I am telling you, smoked liner will be your new best friend. Literally. Literally. Smoked eyeliner. It is a really, really good alternative if you have a hard time being super precise with a regular eyeliner. And I thought it would be a great idea to do a tutorial on this one, especially for hooded eyes. There's always multiple ways to do smoked eyeliner, of course. You can always use a shadow liner, which can be an eyeshadow or anything like this. You can use a pencil one, which is a little bit harder to work with, but we will get into it into this video specifically. And there is gel liner, cake liner, liquid liner, and other formulas out there that can really be helpful. And if you have hooded eyes, it is important to get a long-lasting, smudge-proof formulation, which is why I'm going to be using the One Size Gel Eyeliner, which is in a pencil form. And I wanted to go towards more of a brown color today since we've been doing a lot of black liners. And brown can be also forgiving and can go with so many skin tones, and it is more on the natural side. For this specific process, you want to make sure that your eyes is primed, and I use the P. Louise Bates in Aroma 01. Make sure that it will be blocking the oil so it doesn't really smudge anything throughout the day. Let's go into the makeup application and how to apply it in general. I'm gonna start with this eye. We're gonna do it quickly, and I will walk you through everything that I do. You want to concentrate also at the beginning, at the outer corner of the eye, depending what you want to do. I prefer specifically to not line all the way to the inner corner of the eye. I keep it very much at the outside of the eye. It really depends if you want to open up your eye or if you want to elongate your eye. So me, I prefer elongate my eye, so I keep it at the outside. If you want to open up your eye even more, you want to bring it all the way to the inner corner of the eye. But with hooded eyes, it's more of like a difficult thing to do. And then you take your brush that will be thin, flat, and stiff at the same time to really smudge it precisely on your eye. What I prefer as a brush is an angle brush that you can use for example, your eyebrows or something like this, just because I think it is precise and already has that angled shape, and I can go very quickly and very precisely on my eyes with that one in particular. For the smudging effect with this brush in particular, I like to keep it into one single motion. So I go from low to high. So I start from the eye and then I bring it upwards into the manner that I want. And of course, with the hooded eyes, I like to open up my eye and to make sure that it is in the shape that I want. So we're gonna go like this, and you can always add back some of the color, especially where you don't have a lot, where we get to that point. So this is the part specifically that I want it to be long lasting, and that is why I decided to apply it with this pencil and to smudge it. This will last all day long. It will be smudge proof, and that is our goal here. So after we applied this, it looks already really good, but this is not where we stop right now. So the way that I want to do my smudge liner is to be even more smudged than this. So the trick, and to really set it into place and to make it look even more beautiful and even, is you go into an eyeshadow palette, or you can have a shadow liner. I'm gonna go into the One Size eyeshadow palette just because the colors are very similar. There is two shades that I'm gonna go into specifically. So there is the shade Manila Sand that I will use to set my eyes. So I'm gonna be placing this all over the eyelid where I didn't place anything, just because I don't want the base to smudge throughout the day and I don't want it to crease either. And then the other shade that I will take is the shade Brownie, which is that really deep chocolate brown, which I'm going to be applying on top of the liner. By setting it first, I'm going to be placing the shade Brownie slightly on top of it, and this will help it be set. And you can also take after that more of like a packer brush that will be easy to smudge with, and I just go back and forth, left and right, where you applied the pencil. You want to also tap off the excess to make sure that there's nothing that will be in the way of your beautiful liner or anything like this. So we're just continuing, and you want to make sure that you open up your eye to check if it is good. You can always go back with the eyeshadow. Another trick is if you make a mistake, you can always go back with your shade Manila Sand or the shade of your skin tone, and you're just gonna blend this into there, and it's gonna help with having a really nice blended look It looks pretty good, of course, on this one. And one thing that I recommend, even though you don't line all the way to the inner corner, I recommend you having a really tiny thin brush that you will take with the shade Brownie, and you want to make sure that you put that really close to the lash line. So you go down with it and it will open up your eye a little bit, and it's just gonna look really good overall. And if you put too much, you can always take back the Manila Sand and then blend it. It's just you want to have something, if you want to put lashes or anything, you want to make sure that this is in here. And then you take that same liner brush in the eyeshadow. I don't really like using the pen, especially in this area, because it is so long lasting, and yeah, so that's what I do. I put a little bit of the eyeshadow there to create a shadow in the inner corner. No, you barely notice it. It's just really to add that natural little cat-like feature on your eye, and I'm telling you, this will change the look entirely. Another thing that I want to tell you to do, especially for hooded eyes, to make it even more lifted, if you want a little bit more of a dramatic look, is you take back your you can take your liner brush, you can take just the little packer brush you can put under the lash line, and you take back this Brownie eyeshadow and then you bring it down just a tiny bit under the lash line. Just gonna really lift your eye from the middle to the top. And I don't recommend you putting it all the way to the inner corner, just because this might close your eye in a way and change the shape of it. To have a lot of dark circles, you want to avoid putting this dark eyeshadow under your lash line or even in your waterline, just because it will make your dark circles appear darker. So a way to avoid this, if you want to put some eyeshadow under, is to bring the concealer all the way to the lash line, even though sometimes it might be uncomfortable or it might even crease more. If not, just avoid the lower lash line entirely. Just put a little bit of mascara there on your lower lashes and it's gonna look really, really amazing. So another thing that I want to say is a smudged eyeliner will look way better on somebody that has more, I would say, texture on the eyelids, more fine lines. It just looks better overall. So if you have mature eyelids, or if you have texture, or if you have fine lines, this will look better than if you're trying to do a very straight eyeliner, because even me with my hooded eyes, doing a straight eyeliner is harder, and I can see texture. It doesn't go as smooth, it doesn't look as well. So a smudge eyeliner is the way to go if you have texture and fine lines. Other thing that I recommend, you put a little bit of highlighter on your brow bone to lift it up even more, and in the corner right here on top of the little shadow that you put there. And if you have a hard time with gel, pencils, and everything, start with eyeshadow, build your way up. You can even put a little tape on the side if you want, and it's gonna look amazing. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go do the other eye real quickly before we apply the mascara, and I will be right back. And sometimes a smoke liner can look like your eye is closed a little bit. You wanna reopen it with some highlighter and something else like a pencil eyeliner that we'll put in the waterline. So I have one here. It is not white. It is the color of my skin in the brand Personnel, shade Laureate, or I don't know how you say it. Anyway, you probably don't have this brand near you. This is a Canadian brand, Quebec. This is Quebec brand. Yes, so you might not have it. And this one is the same color of my skin, and it has kind of like a little bit of shimmer in there. And I'm applying this in the waterline, so when there is light coming in, it's just gonna be not sparkly, but it will open up my eye in a very natural way. All right, so the last step for the eyes is to put some mascara. I'm taking the False Lashes Extreme Black Mascara from MAC because it is literally my favorite mascara, and I feel like my lashes look so good, so natural, and that's what I want. They look really long, basically like false lashes. No, you just smudge it, get out the door, and you're just gonna have so many eyes looking at you. Your eyes are just gonna be so fierce, so beautiful. It's gonna be like, ah! I'm telling you. So everything is applied, and as you can see, eyes closed and eyes open. Oh my god, you see the difference? It's so crazy from before and after. It just smoked liner will save your life, especially if you have hooded eyes, texture, monolids, anything. And it would just really enhance your eye in a dramatic way, like I said, and it's gonna be perfect, beautiful, amazing, and yeah. That is what it is for today's makeup tutorial. If ever you have any questions, make sure to drop them down below so I can answer them. And if you have anything to say about the makeup look or anything you want, drop it down below, and make sure to like the video if you like the video, and also consider subscribing if you like my content and to join the beautiful family of beauties. And also consider hitting the bell if you want to be notified every single time that I post a video, which is 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and I really love you, beauties. I will see you in the next one. Bye, beauties.